You are looking live from the Sin Bin Stream Studios from my dining room. We have the Memphis Showboats at DC Defenders tonight in UFL spring football action for the 2025 season. This is the second week of their season. We will get you to the standings real quick, and I'm going to work on the tags. So the DC Defenders at home, they're 1-0, and Memphis Showboats are 0-1. I think I saw on Twitter that DC is favored by 7.5 at home. Alright, let's get these tags for the game here. Oh wow, I don't have many things to put in here for tags. I gotta get on this. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Thumbnail looks okay, I think. Alright, let's edit this real quick. Whoops, I need to fix this. Game is on ABC if you have that available in your area and you just want to listen to a different commenter than me or than the normal commentators. That's why I'm here. Feel free to send comments in the chat. Alright, let's get to these tags. Okay, let's put some tags in. Memphis, DC, Showboats, Defenders, Memphis at DC, Washington, DC. Oh, Greg Williams is the defensive coordinator for the DC Defenders. Longtime Saints. Alright, well, it looks like we're ready to kick off. I thought they might not kick off right away. It is 7:05. Alright, I got the tags in. I'll work on those later. We have the kickoff. It's underway, and it is out of bounds. That's a legal procedure. What the heck is going on with YouTube? Alright, I'll have to keep an eye on this. Alright, still 15 minutes to go in the first. Let me take a look at the play-by-play here. Familiarize. Alright, let's Hit refresh. I guess, yeah, alright, there we go. Summary. Alright, Perry at quarterback for the Showboats. They take it at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Snap. Handoff. Up the middle. Gains maybe 2 yards. Bringing up 2nd and 8. Let's see what kind of stats they have available. I'll try to keep changing. Where's the play-by-play? They said they'd have play-by-play. Defense, special teams, I guess drives maybe? There we go. Alright. Showboats drive, we'll put that up there. But we kind of need this though. Let's keep the score and time up. Alright, back to pass. Throw it in the flat. Number 8 gets maybe 3 yards. It'll bring up. Now they're going to mark it short. It's going to be about 3rd and 6. Clock rolling at 14:15 to go. Alright. So we'll leave. Let's refresh. How often are they going to refresh this page? Alright, 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Throws left side. He had a defender, but he had his one arm grabbed. I can't believe there's no call. I guess we're punting here on 4th. I mean, the defender from DC wrapped up. Number 2 grabbed his arm of number 9. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Showboat put his arm around the guy's shoulder to make it look worse. I don't know. Well, at any rate, 4th and 6 with 13:28 to go. Seems like their scoreboard is a little slow to update here. Not much on the drive chart so far either. So, all right, we'll leave it up here for the clock. Looks like Dean Blandino is reviewing this first play. Under review. We got 13:28 to go in the first. Oh, I should put that Memphis as the ball currently. Yeah, they're reviewing for pass interference. Because Memphis challenged. We're waiting on the call. First down, so it was pass PI on the defense. DPI on DC at 13:28. All right, they're at the 42. Pass over the middle, inside the 30 to number 18. He's down to about it's Lassiter Jr. He's down to about the 28-yard line. Good pass from Perry over the middle. He's tackled just right up the middle of the field. Bringing up 1st and 10. We got 13 minutes to go in the first quarter. All right. 12:50, 10 seconds on the play clock. It's a handoff to the left and goes nowhere, but we do have a flag on the field. All right, 12:42. All right, so how... Okay, just the drive chart. They don't look like they have actual play-by-play. All right, we got a false start on Memphis. I'm going to back up real quick. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say play-by-play. It does just say live stats. Okay, well, let's keep the score and time up there so everybody can see it. Let's check out the offensive stats real quick. Yeah, Perry. Okay, handoff up the middle. Another flag, so we'll see where we are here. All right, what's the call? Offsides on the defense. They're taking the penalty. I think it would have been more than 5 yards, but they'll take the penalty so they get the down back. All right. We got 1st and 10. Shotgun pass to the flat. It's tipped up in the air. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I thought for a second they might have thought it was a lateral, but it was incomplete. It hit high off his hands and bounced off the ground. Yeah, 11:50. Clock is rolling on the incomplete pass. All right, so apologies. I'm not as familiar with the UFL rules here. 11:38, clock rolling. All right, what's the summary? Scoring. Okay, yeah, we got nothing so far. All right, I'm going to leave it for now. We'll scroll through the stats later. Shotgun, back to pass, over the middle, or between the numbers and the hash to number 4. That's a gain. I don't know if that was enough for a first down. They don't have the yellow line 10 yards out. He's close. I think he did get the first down. Number 4, inside the 20 to about, he made it almost to the 16. That is a first down. Under 11 to go now. Memphis still with the ball after that review for DPI kept the drive going. High snap and a quick handoff on the busted play, and they get stuffed for a 4-yard loss at the 20-yard line. Bad snap by the center. Nothing. The Perry was lucky to get a hand on that and hand it off to number 23. Oh, they're showing the cam from one of the players. That's cool. All right, we got a 2nd and 14 from the Defenders 20. So we are in the. Oh, actually, it's just outside the 20. Shotgun, back to pass to the right side, picked at the 10. Number 24 on the return, almost out to the 30. Bad pass. 10:01 to go in the first. Bad pass by Perry. He underthrew it, or the receiver and him weren't on the same page, and he ran the wrong route. So they showed a blitz. The running back picked it up the middle, but he threw it to the side, halfway between the numbers and the sideline. And the easy interception for the cornerback, number 24. And they got it almost out to the 30. 10:01 to go in the first. Looks like Perry, number 5 of the Showboats, took a shot on that interception. They're looking at him on the sideline. They're trying to get up under. I don't know if he's got a rib issue or what. All right, so what are they showing? Okay, nothing there. All right, looks like we got a quick TV break. I'll be right back. We're back. They're still at commercial. Yeah, I meant immediate timeout or a commercial. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday, having a good weekend. Little Saturday night football action here. We'll have another UFL game next Friday here on Sinbin Stream. On Friday night at 7 p.m. Central, that is. So that's the story. Interception. I'll put in my own little play-by-play. Interception DC. Interception by DC at 10:01 to go first. There's your summary. Oh, let me give the ball to DC. Still at commercial. Not missing any action. Again, I think the Defenders are favored by like 7.5 at home, and they're 1-0. Showboats are 0-1, and this is week 2 of the 2025 UFL season. A spring league, a merger between the USFL and the XFL that happened last year, and they keep those names for the conferences. All right, they're showing Perry on the sideline. They're interviewing Keandre Thomas, who got the 25-yard interception return from like the 10 to the 25 yards. Did they mark him at the 35? I thought he got it to the 30. My bad. Well, I guess he took it a little bit inside the 10 and got it to the 29. I don't see how that's 25 yards. That's 20 yards max. Maybe they'll adjust that. Maybe they mistakenly thought, yeah, Perry looks uncomfortable on the sideline. Maybe I can check Twitter for an update. All right, 1st and 10 from about the 29 for the DC Defenders. The handoff up the right side to the numbers all the way out close to the first down marker. Gain of 9. They're going to mark him a yard short. Number 4, that's Abram Smith. Chris Rowland is number 12, the wide receiver. Teamu is their quarterback, number 10. 88 is the tight end. Another handoff goes up the middle. They have the first down about the 41-yard line. Obviously their own 41-yard line. Apologies. All right. We have 1st and 10. I don't know if they're going to take Perry out to maybe the locker room to get a look at him. Another handoff to the right. Number 4 goes nowhere. They're going to give him no gain. I really thought he lost a yard. Fred Case, Kaiss, is the DC offensive coordinator. He was their offensive coordinator in 2023, last year and this year. 2nd and 10, 8:38. It's a toss to the left. Number 4 again. He takes it to about the 47-yard line. We have a 3rd down. Yeah, okay, they're saying on the line, I'm trying to point to the TV and you can't see my hand. They're saying DC's favored by 6.5. I thought I saw 7.5 on Twitter, but maybe the action, changed it. We got 8:09 to go, clock running, 3rd and 6. They finally passed to the right. It's incomplete. I don't know if that was supposed to be the 12 or 19. Both players were. One was near the numbers, one was by the sideline, and went wide of both of them. So Teamu goes 0 for 1. We got 7:57 clock running. So I guess incomplete passes don't stop the clock, which is a good thing. Try to keep these games under 3 hours. So both teams are going to end, well, no points on their opening drives. That was about punt coming up for DC. There's the snap. There's the kick. And it's going to be caught at the 12. Return to the 20, 25, maybe the 26. Near the near side numbers. Yeah, Jordan Teamo is the DC quarterback. The name sounds familiar. Meanwhile, 7:22 to go. Yeah, Abram Smith, 4 carries, 18 yards. Perry has 27 yards. Oh, E.J. Perry. Okay, is Perry back out there? He is. All right. He looked to be in pain, but I guess he's okay to go. 23, the deep back. Handoff up the middle. Didn't get much. 2 yards max, if that. I don't think he did, but we'll see what they mark it as. Oh, gotta get the ball, pardon me, back to Memphis here. A little score overlay. Alright, we'll take a look at the stats later. We got 6:50 and the clock is rolling. 2nd and 9, so a gain of 1. Ken Wisenhunt is the Memphis Showboats head coach. And a busted play, and looks like Perry got sacked. But there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what that's about. It was 2nd and 9. We have offsides on the defenders, so that'll move it up 5 yards, and we'll have a 2nd and 4 coming up for the Showboats. Yeah, something. That play was ugly. It looked like it was a read option, and like the running back ran into another Showboat player, and then Perry got buried. But luckily, it was because they were offsides. For the Showboats, I mean, the defenders were offsides. Handoff, 23, up the left hash mark. He gets a few yards. He should be close to the first down. See, now they're already saying 3rd down. We got 6:10 to go in the first. Clock rolling. I don't know what they're trucking to Dresser Wynn, the QB 12. I guess he's the backup to the Perry. All right. Can we get to the action? I know you guys want to do these interviews and stuff, but all right, we got 3rd and 1, and it looks like Memphis may have called a timeout. Yeah, I suppose I could try to do timeouts. They don't have this on their page, do they? All right. They're showing Ken Wisenhunt, the Memphis head coach, right now during the timeout. All right, 5:42, 3rd and 1. Memphis just used a timeout. And their TV finally took a full commercial break. I am a Packers fan, if you didn't notice by the love jersey and the mini footballs. I'm in the Chicago suburbs. The point of Sin Bin Stream is to bring you live play-by-play of sports available via Antenna TV. I don't have any other streaming available to me other than Prime currently, but there's no hockey on Prime in the U.S. Canada has that because Max and ESPN Plus have all of it. I don't really want to, I'm just doing Hawks games. I would love to do the playoffs coming up, but I would need 2 streaming services, so I have to think about it. I don't know why. I wonder if the clock screwed up at the field. Yeah, or on the TV, because their website's saying 6:14 to go, and they must not have stopped the clock on TV. All right, any stats to show? We got the leaders, offense. Okay, Perry's 3 for 5 for 27 yards and an interception. And Te'amu just had that one pass on third down because Memphis came out running. Oh, yeah, defense. Let's get that interception by Keandre Thomas. You can see that at the bottom there. Let's see, special teams. They haven't updated these at all. Oh, wait, punting. 1 punt and 1 punt return. Oh, that's true. The opening kickoff was kicked out of bounds, so that's why they had the ball at the 40. That's right. So this is just the drive chart, kickoff, punt, and interception. Plays. Oh, wait, we do have the play-by-play, but then we're going to lose the... Okay, I didn't see that. Let me know your thoughts if you want the plays up on the screen, or should I just... okay, their website's wrong. It is 5:42 to go. They didn't update it yet. We got a 3rd and 1 coming up. TV says 5:42 as well. For some reason, their stats at the top here have not reflected that. At any rate, all right, 3rd and 1. Perry under center. Split wide on the left side. We got 2 bunched on the right side. Handoff to the deep back. Up the middle, 23. He should have the first down. Some number 90's helmet went flying for the DC Defenders. This will be a Memphis Showboats first down. All right, well, should I refresh this? Because this is kind of ridiculous that they're... I mean, I've got the score and the possession on my little score bug at the top. And why do they have these guys' records wrong? The Defenders are 1-0. The Showboats are 0-1. Handoff up the middle is maybe a slight gain. Whoops, sorry, I went too far. So that was Kibodi who rushed for the first down on the previous play. All right, well, you know what? For now, I'll put it up here. Let's see how their clock does. I got 4:45 now on the TV. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 in shotgun with a back. Back to pass. Throws left side. He's got a step. He catches it. 18. Out of bounds. Was that Lassiter Jr., I think? It is, yeah. Maybe he's the second. I couldn't see what was after his name. Anyway, we got a Showboats first down inside DC territory. I think inside the 40. Yeah, they're marking them at like the 38. Defenders might be challenging this, or they called a timeout. Yeah, Dean Blandino's getting ready to review it. I'm assuming DC thinks he didn't catch it with both feet in, or I don't know. Do they need 1 foot or 2? I assume it's 2, but again, I'm not really familiar with the UFL. At any rate, yeah, he definitely got 1 foot in, but I think they're gonna. Yeah, they may overturn this one. Yeah, good challenge by the Defenders. This is gonna be called back. Clock is stopped at 4:13. So I'll scroll down the play-by-play. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, Perry complete to Lassiter for 24 yards, but I think this is coming back. That was 2nd and 8, so we're going to have a 3rd and 8. I'm sure this isn't going to be called back, but still waiting on Dean to make the call. All right. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops, sorry, I went to the standings. Apologies. All right, we got 4:03, clock running, 3rd and 8. Make it 4 minutes to go now. Shotgun with a back. Back to pass. Looking left. Throws. Same. Oh, it's underthrown, but the receiver comes back. Takes it inside the 25. Out of bounds, near the 20. Great adjustment on the route by 82 because that ball was underthrown. He had the guy beat, and maybe somebody got an arm on his shoulder. I think, at any rate, 82 made a good play on the ball and made the play, and he gets pushed out near the 20. Oh, it was a great stop and go route. The defender got just toasted, and then he came back. Perry got tackled after the throw, but I don't think that affected the throw. 3:20, clock rolling, 1st and 10, and Perry angrily signals for a timeout. I guess maybe the play clock had rolled down. The over-under, according to TV, is 36.5 points. Again, DC is favored by 6.5. All right, it's 1st and 10, 3:18 to go. Let's get the receiver on that last play here. They didn't. Got to refresh, I guess. It doesn't refresh on its own. Oh, it was Stove for 43 yards to the 19. Okay. Yeah, I thought he got it the 20. All right, there's 3:18 to go according to TV, though. So this clock up here is a little behind. They're a little bit slow to. And again, Memphis is 0-1. The Defenders are 1-0. They didn't update that on their stats. It's only week 2 for the UFL. They'll get it right eventually. All right, from the, I don't know why they said the 19. They're at the 20. Handoff to the left side at the numbers. 1st down inside the 10. They'll have a goal to go. 3:08 and the clock is rolling. Handoff to 34 at the left hash mark. He took it out to the numbers. And no huddle, I believe, for Memphis. 1st and goal from the 6. Now the linesman steps in to give the defense some time. Shotgun, handoff to the back. He gets maybe to the 5. Same runner, number 34. Let's see if we can get a name for you here. I got to refresh every time. I would think their website. Prince for 14 yards, and now Prince for 1 yard. Okay. We have 2:20, clock rolling, 2nd and goal from about the 5. 10 seconds on the play clock. Under center is Perry. Handoff to the deep back, number 34. He gets stuffed again at the 5. I think that was no gain. I think we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5 coming up here. 2 minutes to go in the first. Okay, 3rd and goal again. They're showing Greg Williams, the Defenders DC coordinator. All right, in shotgun is Perry. He's got number 23 to his left. 3 wide receivers on the right. Back to pass. Over the middle, incomplete. Not over the middle, sorry, just a little to the right. A little bit to the right of the right hash mark. Number 9 was looking for PI, but that was into a crowd. I don't know. Number 27 defended it well. He kind of grabbed him, but he was within the 5 yards. I don't know. They allowed some grabbing there. We got Matt Coughlin on, number 49. Or maybe, oh no, we got an injury to a Memphis player. We got 1:11 to go. 1:11 to go in the first quarter. Number 65, Jared Thomas, is on one knee. Now he's up. He's walking off the field unassisted. Hopefully he's all right. Oh, that was for Adams on that 3rd and goal at the 5. All right, Wisenhunt is going to elect to take the field goal here. Again, we have 1:11 to go. in the first quarter. 22-yard attempt coming up, straight up the middle. 49 is ready. Here's the snap. The placement is good, right down the middle, and it's 3-0 Memphis. And they will be kicking off probably after a commercial break. Whoops. Actually, hold the phone. We got a flag on the field at 104. So hold everything. Running into the kicker. Oh boy. They're saying it's still 4th down though. So if it's a 5-yard penalty, that only gives them half the distance to about the 2.5. I don't know if they'll elect to take the 3 off the field, off the scoreboard. Yeah, he hit the kicking leg. He went down hard though. 27. Joseph, I think, went for that's a pretty rough landing on the kicker. It's not like he flopped. He genuinely got knocked over. We got 104 on the clock. I don't know what Wisenhunt decided. They still have 3 on the board. Again, it wouldn't have been a first down. It would have just been half the distance from about the 5 to about the 2.5. So I think we're sticking with the field goal, and I believe after the kickoff then, provided there isn't a fumble, it will be DC ball. Because it doesn't say 4th and goal. It doesn't say 0-0. So maybe I should put DC Defenders, DCD up there to... Maybe let's do that. Make this a little more... have the score lined up a little more. DC Defenders. They actually only have DC on their score bug. I'll match. I guess I could put an extra space, but alright, whatever. 104 to go, getting set for the kickoff. UFL kicks from the 30. I'm thinking the NFL should do that instead of making their touchbacks come out to the 35. Here's the kick from the 30. It is into the 5-yard line in the landing zone. Returned up the middle. Number 12 bounces it outside, but he's tackled dead center of the field at about the 25-yard line, where the defenders will take over with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. Alright, so Jordan Teamu is back in the game. Number 10 for the Defenders. In shotgun, back to his right, he hands it off. No, he fakes the handoff. Oh! Should have been a completion at the 40, but the wide receiver dropped it. Great pass by Teamu. Great fake. It faked me out. I guess it doesn't take much. Okay, so Teamu played for the Vikings briefly in 2023. Oh, Texans, signed with Texans 2019. Okay, apologies. They went back to the play abruptly. Up the middle for maybe 4 or 5 yards. We'll have a 3rd and 5 or 6. Got about 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. They're putting up Jordan Teamu's Ole Miss stats. All right. 10 seconds in the quarter. 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Shotgun, back to pass. Right side, throws. Incomplete. Knocked down by number 6 of Memphis, who celebrates with his teammates. Good play on the ball by the Showboats defender. And that might be the first quarter. Yeah, it is the end of the first. And DC will be punting to start the second. End of the first quarter. Perry's warming up. Teamu. Let's look at the stats here. Yeah, Coughlin. Maybe that's Coughlin, not Coughlin. Coughlin with the 23-yarder. So far in the first quarter, 3-0 Memphis. They've dominated as far as offensive numbers. Defenders stopped them on opening drive, though, with that interception inside the 10-yard line. And they held them to a field goal when Memphis had a 1st and goal from the 6 and had 2 runs and only managed to get to the 5, and then on 3rd and 5 incomplete on 3rd and goal. Then we had a running into the kicker on the field goal, but Wisenhunt chose to just take the 3 because it would have been 4th and goal from either the 2 or the 3. It should have, or the 2.5. All right, Dahaima possession, big 11-17 for Memphis to DC's 3:43. Again, the turnover, but a tackle for loss by DC. All right, yeah, we can leave it on that. Again, I could do the play-by-play too. Show it. Yeah, what was that last play? Incomplete for Powell. Yeah, his receivers aren't doing him any favors, though. Somebody dropped one. Powell dropped one, I think. Yeah. They would have had an easy 1st down. And a good throw after a play fake. Play action, Alright. Yeah, I'll leave it up here for now, I guess. Start of the second quarter coming up here. Got Roughnecks at Renegades tomorrow, 11 on ESPN Plus, and they have another game. They've got FS1 in the evening. All right, Defenders from their own 30 on 4th and 6. Paxton Brooks is back to punt from about the 15. He waits for the snap. Snap is good. The punt is away. Steps up to the 20 and boots it. It rolls inside the 25 and returned to almost the 30 by the make that the Showboats. Showboats are in white with blue yokes on the shoulders and blue helmets. Defenders are in all red with sort of a whitish helmet. They're going left to right. Memphis is going right to left. We do have a flag on the punt return, so we're waiting for that to be sorted out. Alright, so what did they call? Talking to someone about what's trending, about the spread, the over/under. All right, back to football. Shotgun. Perry throws to the left hash mark. It's taken past the 20, maybe past the 25, because nobody touchdown, or got the tackle on Adams. So that should be a first down. We got 14:32 to go in the second. Adams is number 9. Memphis breaks the huddle. 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line. Shotgun, handoff, up the left side to the numbers. Near the sideline, number 34. Oh, he gets lit when he was already out of bounds. That's Prince, number 34. Oof, that was borderline late. Up the sideline and popped. I mean, it was a clean hit. He got him in the shoulder pads. He didn't hit his helmet or anything. It was just, both arms, and he shoved him out. All right, 1st and 10. We got 13:50, clock rolling, 9 seconds on the play clock. They're at their own 42-yard line. Shotgun, handoff to the left side again. Oh, he gets by a defender, but we got a penalty. And he's tackled out of bounds. He made a great move, Prince, that is, and got a defender to miss, but we do have a penalty. I'm wondering if this is coming back for a hold or a block in the back. It is a hold on the Memphis Showboats, so they're going to have a 1st and 20 coming up here. All right, 13:33, clock rolling. Actually, 1st and 15. Maybe it was a spot foul, or maybe they only do 5 in the UFL. I'm not sure. Greg Williams is the DC Defenders defensive coordinator. All right, they faked a handoff on a keeper. Perry takes it to the right side. And, of course, Ken Wisenhunt is the Memphis Showboats head coach. I'm wondering if he's also their OC. All right, 12:55, clock rolling, 2nd and 10, so rush for 5 for Perry. Under center, he fakes a handoff and an end around, and then throws one to the flat, and the 23 is obliterated for a loss. Not much blocking going on there. That play was blown up. Probably should have just thrown it away. Save, because now it's back to 3rd and 15. But hindsight, obviously, is 2020. All right. 3rd and 15, 12:10. Clock rolling, 2 seconds, 1 second. Memphis has to burn another timeout. That's it for the half. With 12:07 in the second quarter, Memphis is out of timeouts. Third and 15, 12:07. Clock is stopped. Yeah, I noticed that they got to get in and out of their huddles quicker. Memphis especially is having issues with the play clock. And TV goes for a timeout. All right. Do I show up as live? It would be really nice. I know other people are doing this, so I know Final Four is going on, and I realize the last night's hockey game was great. Doing the Chicago Blackhawks at Washington Capitals and having Ovi tie the record at 894 really was a boost for the channel here. So live or sports, I guess I should look at my tags too. Am I ever going to show up here? It'd be nice. On the YouTube live. Dang. don't know how to get on there. Live football, maybe? I have to, or UFL, maybe? No, not soccer. Of course. How about UFL? Anything? What are other people using? Like ESPN or something? Yeah, other people are doing this. It would be nice if I could show up here. Of course not. Well, still at a commercial. Still waiting here. Should put a poll up. Vote on my next video game to play. Alright. 12:07, 3rd and 15 for Perry and the Showboats. He's in shotgun with a back to his right. Back to pass. Looking, throws right to the back. And he's going to be taken down for a loss. And that'll bring up a 4th and long. Clock is briefly stopped while they mark it back in play. 11:57, clock rolling. Good play by the Defenders defense. And they're interviewing Greg Williams right now, the DC coordinator. Alright, so, well, oh yeah, second quarter plays. So, let's hit refresh real quick. Alright, back to punt. Snap. Steps forward, boots it. 11:24, clock rolling. It's taken inside the 20, back almost at the 15. A return to the near sideline. And not quite to the 30, about the 28, where it will be DC ball. Oh, apologies, I didn't have Memphis with the ball on the asterisk. My bad. So I'll leave it there. Alright. Actually, I should be doing this, so don't need to reach over here. Alright, 11-14 at their own 28-yard line. Jordan Teamu under center. Number 4 is the deep back. Motion 87. Handoff to the left hash mark, and he gets maybe 1 or 2. Second down coming up. Where's the punt on this? Why? The play-by-play is slow to update. All right, 2nd and 8. Teamu in shotgun. He's got a back to his right. Number 4. Motion by the tight end, 87, to the right. They hand off up the left side. Had to make one guy miss. Can't make the second guy miss. No gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 8. And this over-under, the under is looking good at 36.5, unless these teams start cranking out some big plays and touchdowns. 10:20, clock rolling. Actually, they say 3rd and 7. So maybe he got a gain of 1 there. 3rd and 7, shotgun. Teamu back to pass. Looking, throws left side. It's caught, but we got a flag. Should be a first down, but let's see what the flag is for. All right, they finally updated the drive chart a little bit. The play-by-play. All right, let's close the standings so I don't accidentally grab that again. First and 10, 10:02 to go in the second quarter. Clock is stopped. We're figuring out this penalty. They're talking, okay. Defender's ball at the 43-yard line. Yeah, the play-by-play is a little bit behind. I'll refresh in a minute. Motion by 87. Handoff, right side, hash. Bounces to the numbers. And he gets out past the 45-yard line. Maybe a gain of 3 or 4, maybe? Let's see what we got. 9:34, clock is rolling. Second down. 2nd and 7, so 3 was right. Let's refresh this play-by-play. All right. Teamu, back to pass. Throws wide open. And it's dropped at the numbers. Might have been an overthrow. It's hard to see because they're doing this. It was Mickens, number 3. It was hard to tell because they're not showing the regular broadcast. They're showing a... Gosh, there wasn't a defender on him. Somebody had the out receiver, and Mickens dropped the ball. Decent throw by Jordan Teamu. And all right, 8:58, clock rolling, 3rd and 7. From about the 46-yard line, Teamu. Again, I just hope they would go to the regular. There we go. From the 46-yard line, 3rd and 7. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking. Steps up to the right. He'll keep it. And he'll get a first down and get pushed out of bounds inside Memphis territory. That's too bad. That pass to the numbers, that could have been a touchdown or a deep gain. Mickens with that drop. All right. 8:22, clock rolling. Teamu under center, 25. Joseph is the deep back. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Throws right side. Caught inside the 30 for a first down. Number 12, Roland. And DC's got a drive going. They faked the handoff to 25. He stepped back and threw wide open to the right numbers, to the right side numbers. 1st and 10, 7:52. Back in the shotgun, 25's to his right. Tight end is also on the right side. Shotgun. They give a handoff to 25. It gets a few yards inside the... Where are we at? Be nice if they showed the regular camera. You can't see the yard lines, so you don't even know where the ball is on the field. They keep doing this camera behind the quarterback. All right, they're at about the 24-yard line. We got a 2nd and 6. All right, now you can see. All right, he's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, back to pass, looking over the middle, and caught by 88 for a first down inside the 20 into the red zone. And 7:03, we got a penalty. We'll see what that's about. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. Scroll down a little bit. Officials are talking it over. Here's the call. Face mask on the Showboats. Automatic first down. 7:03 to go in the second quarter. DC with the ball. Oh yeah, that was a bad on the tackle. He yanked his head around about 90 degrees. Hope he's all right. He was calling for it before the play was over. The number 88. Wow, they get the ball at like the 2. I guess I forgot where the pass went to. All right, they're showing a terrible camera angle. Shotgun, number 17 on a keeper. He gets obliterated. It wasn't Teamu. That was stuffed for a loss, I believe. DeLelo, maybe? Sorry about that. Yeah, Teamu was on the sideline. Yeah, he lost at least a yard. Eli Walker, the free safety, number 7 on the tackle. All right, Teamu back under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolls right. Looking. He's going to try for the pylon. I think he got it. They may have to, I'm sure they'll review it. But at 5:57, we have a touchdown for the home team. I'm assuming, pending review. And I have to unwrap my mouse here. There we go. I think he got the pylon. That's the only question. Was he out before he hit the pylon? Because he had the ball in his right hand, I believe, too. I'm sure Dean Blandino is reviewing it. Yeah, he's reviewing it. They're showing him. The ball, maybe he switched it to his left arm. Are they showing the replay, or this is the conversion? No, okay, it wasn't a touchdown. They marked him out. That was 3rd down. Now we got, okay, they celebrated and they showed the review so long they barely got back before the 3rd down play. That was ridiculous. Terrible TV coverage by ESPN/ABC. PJ Hall on the stuff, number 92 for the Showboats. Apologies. 4th and goal. They're going to go for a field goal. Terrible. They have a sideline camera. Oh, now they go to the regular 22-yard attempt. Snap is down. Kick is up and good. We have a tie ball game. Apologies. I really thought the way they were celebrating they had called a touchdown, but with 4:33 to go in the first half, second quarter, we have a tie game at 3-3. So Memphis will be getting the ball, barring fumble on the kickoff. All right, so I think. All right, I'll scroll down later. Man, their clock is slow. I'll just give you verbal time updates, or I could put it up on my scoreboard when there's a clock stoppage. Maybe that would be better. All right, we have a TV break. I think I'll do that because I should maybe see if ESPN does a better job or something. Whoever else has these stats. All right, 4:33 to go in the second. So maybe I need to do it. All right, well, we'll take a quick look. Maybe ESPN also covers it. Oh, what am I doing? All right, don't care. No, I don't. Here. Where's UFL? There it is. How do you get to their... No, they don't... Let's see. No, nothing much. All right, we'll stick with the UFL. I think I'll do the time updates then. And I'll just refresh the play-by-play. 4:33 in the second. I'll try to do it when there's stoppages. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Beer snake science. Great. Alright, about set to go. Ready for the kickoff. It's going to be left to right from the 30-yard line. Here is the kick by the Defenders, or I'll say DC. In, hits at the 1, goes into the end zone, and they cut away to watch people drinking in the crowd right immediately because they're building a beer snake. Or a beer cup snake, I should say. Alright, Perry is back out there for the Showboats. The over-under for Perry passing yards was 74.5, and he's sitting at 74. Wow, okay. Yeah, the closest thing I have to gear for either of these teams is I have a Washington Nationals baseball hat, so don't have anything. All right, Perry and shotgun, number 23 to his left. Shotgun steps back, looks, throws over the middle, complete to 4. Should be enough for a first down. Again, we've got this camera behind the quarterback. He's up near the 30, so I assume that's enough for a first down. No, it says second down. 2nd and 1. They must have marked him at about the 29. Shotgun looks to the right. Throws incomplete. It was behind number 4. Deflected away by, I think, number 2 of DC. We shall see on the replay. Yeah, it was behind him. No, it wasn't 2. 2 stepped up. Oh, it was 2. Okay, I thought. Can't read his jersey name on the back. All right, we got a 3rd and 1. They finally go to the regular camera from the 29-yard line. Number 4 to the near numbers. Handoff up the middle is stuffed. No gain. So we will have a 4th and 1 with the clock rolling at 3:35 to go. Let's see if the play-by-play has updated. All right, 4th and 1. What is Memphis going to do here? 3:12 to go in the second. There, finally they get the punt team out there. There's Perry on the sideline. So, man, this play-by-play, I got to keep refreshing. It won't refresh on its own, I guess. Then I got to scroll all the way down again. All right, back to punt at the 15-yard line. 2:44, clock rolling. There's the snap. Kick is away. High floater in at the 25. First tackler missed to the right near sideline for a gain of maybe 3 or 4 by number 12, Roland. And guess what? We have another flag. They like to throw the flags in this league, I will say that much. All right. Shoot, I missed the time. I should have had that ready. All right, I'll scroll to the top. Let's see what we got. They say, I don't think 3:36 is right. The clock was at 3:12 last I checked. There's play-by-play. Okay, we're still getting the call. There's 2:32. I'll update it. Looks like it's on the punt team. Let's see what the result of the play is. 2:32 in the second. Oh, legal blindside block, actually. Maybe on the return team. Got a helmet-to-helmet hit on a cutback block. Maybe it wasn't helmet-to-helmet. Maybe it was shoulder-to-helmet. All right, Jordan Teamu trots out there. We'll see where the ball is. We got 2:32. Clock stopped to go in the half. 3-3 ball game. Teamu under center from about the 13. Snap. Hands it off to the right side. First tackler misses. Run to about the 15, where we will see a 2nd and 8. Clock rolling. 2:22 to go in the second. Smith, number 4, on the carry. .210 to go. 2nd and 8. Clock rolling. The DC breaks the huddle. Teamu in shotgun, number 4 to his left. 2 minutes to go. Oh, they must have a 2-minute warning. Apologies. And with that, I expected to be a TV timeout. Okay. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. The pace of this game's pretty quick. It started about 7:05 p.m. Central. At the 2-minute warning with 8, it's at 8:13 p.m. Central. And hit the refresh. All right. Yeah, gain of 2 to the right side. 2-minute warning. There it is at the bottom. Okay. Alright. Hope everyone's having a good night out there. Thanks for joining. Hit like, hit subscribe if you don't mind. It really helps out the channel. We've got spring football. This is week 2 of the UFL. Memphis Showboats are 0-1. DC Defenders at home, they are 1-0. And they were the favorite coming into this game. TV says it was 6.5. Over-under is not in jeopardy, though, as we're 3-3 at the 2-minute warning. Thought Jordan Teamu had a touchdown for DC, but he was marked out just short. Thought he had gotten the pylon, and they got stuffed on 3rd and short, 3rd and less than a yard at the goal. And then they elected to tie it with a field goal. And that was with 4:33 to go in the second quarter. Still at commercial break, still waiting. It's been at least 2 minutes. Alright, come on, let's do this. Abram Smith, DC Defenders are highlighting from, the running back. He had 218 yards. Most rushing yards in the spring pro football game. Was this 2 years ago? What did it say? Like 2 years ago in March? Oh, they're highlighting. Yeah, Mike was here from the original UFL back when they were actually competing with the NFL in the mid-'80s. Herschel Walker, Marcus Dupree. He's got 1,600 yards and 12 TDs in his final season. Oh, with Baylor. Okay, he was with Baylor 2018 to 21. That's Abram Smith, number 4 of the Defenders. Whoops, sorry. DC has the ball. Apologies, I'll update that. Shotgun for Jordan Teamu. He's still waiting. He's got Smith to his left. Shotgun, looks right, throws. completed past the 20-yard line. Not enough for a first down. We got a third down with 1:50 to go in the first half. Jaron Horton is the Memphis DC is the defensive coordinator. Fred Case, Kaiss. Okay, back shotgun, throws over the middle, short, and knocked away by the Showboats on 3rd and 1. Number 28. The ball was underthrown by Teamu. He had a receiver wide open on the between the hash and the numbers on the left side. Number 12 was he had 3 steps on the guy, or 3 yards, and Teamu couldn't deliver. 1:32, clock is stopped, and maybe it stops inside of 2 minutes. I'll have to get these UFL rules down. All right, DC back to punt, and we got a whistle and a flag, and now they're interviewing Teamu on the sidelines. So I don't know what the discussion is on the penalty here. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play real quick here. Incomplete for Roland. Yeah, that could have been a touchdown. It was so underthrown. Has the guy beat by 3 yards and the ball doesn't get to him. All right, back to punt from his own 2-yard line is number 47. He steps up, kicks it from about the 6. High. I don't think it's very deep. Catch is going to be made at the 41 and fumbled by Memphis. Who's got the ball? Could be either team. I believe DC has it. The first ref in is signaling that at 1:22. Big mistake here by the Showboats. This could prove costly right before half. 83 fumbled it. One of the Showboats got one hand on it, and then DC quickly piled on it. So it is still DC ball with 1:22 to go. Teamu and company back out there. Maybe he'll get some redemption for underthrowing Roland. All right, let's hit refresh on the play-by-play. Oh, they took a delay a game, I guess, DC, and they did what? Okay. Anyway, Teamu in shotgun. Back to pass, looking left, throws short of 14 by the left sideline. 1:18 to go. Man, he has missed some throws. They could be up big in this game if he could just complete. And to his defense, DC did drop one ball. His receiver did drop one on him on a nice throw, but this one was underthrown again to 14 along the sideline. All right. 2nd and 10 from about the 41-yard line. Back to pass, looking, throws right, overthrown by the sideline to number 19, Scott. Got a 3rd and 10 with 1:12 to go. 1:12 to go in the second quarter. Roughnecks Renegades tomorrow. I missed the other game, sorry. St. Louis, I think, is at home. I can look that up later. 3rd and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock. 1:12 to go on the game clock. Teamu and shotgun back to his right. Back, looking, throws, right side, caught by 19. He's about the 20-yard line and takes it to the left side of the field. Not sure what the coach wants. Coach was trying to get the ref's attention. The DC coach. All right, we got 1:02 now to go. Clock rolling. 1st and 10. Under a minute to go. Teamu and shotgun. Number 4 to his right. 4 receivers. Shotgun. Back to throw. Looking. Short pass over the middle for maybe 4 yards to the 16. We got 45 seconds. Clock rolling. Defenders take a timeout with 42 seconds to go. They have Well, I got to see their. Yeah, so he threw to the back. No, he threw to the receiver. Apologies. Oh, no, they're showing the replay earlier. Oh, a helmet-to-helmet hit. I think that's what he was upset about. Yeah, I think he's right. Yeah, the DC coach is right. They completely missed on a helmet. That's why he was patting his head, because they completely missed a helmet-to-helmet hit. That should have been a penalty on Memphis. We got 2nd and 6 with. They put a second back on the clock. 2nd and 6 with 43 seconds to go. DC has 2 timeouts. Memphis is out. They burned through their timeouts because of play clock issues. All right, Te'amu. All right, Dean Blandino is explaining something. Te'amu breaks the huddle. Play clock is not rolling yet, so we're not quite set. Te'amu in shotgun. He's got a back to his right. 20 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 6. Split 3 to the left. He's looking left. He has to. Oh, he rolled into some pressure and a sack. I think they're gonna. The ball came loose, but I think they're gonna say he was down. Clock is rolling at 33 seconds. So, wow, they're going to say he was down? They might want to review this, but did they blow it dead? I mean, I guess his butt was down before. All right, we got 28 seconds. Couldn't tell because they were showing replays. Boogie Roberts, the defensive tackle, number 8, on the sack, I guess, unless they call that a tackle for a loss. DC did take a timeout. They've got a 3rd and 14 with 28 seconds to go in the first half, second quarter. Hopefully Te'amu's all right. Didn't look too bad. He's back out there. All right. Shotgun. The back, number 4, is to his left. 4 wide receivers. Throws, left side, caught, short of the first down, though, with 22 seconds to go. It's going to be about a 4th and 2, maybe 3. Probably are just going to kick the field goal, I assume, and take the timeout. 4th and 2 from about maybe the 12 then, and they got to get a first at the 10. 2 seconds to go. They take their final timeout of the half, and they'll send the kicking unit out. So the big fumbled punt return could cost the Showboats 3 points here. Good defense, I guess you'd say. Te'amu's missed some receivers. Receivers did drop at least one pass, though. Actually, there's 3 seconds according to TV now. It's not what they showed originally. Almost halftime. Yeah, the last couple minutes slowed down, but not bad. Matt McCrane, number 16. He's 1 for 1 with a 22-yard field goal. This will be from 30. No timeouts, either team, so no icing the kicker here. They're on the left hash mark. The holder sets up on. Kicker is ready. Here comes the snap. It's down. The kick is on the way, right down the middle, and that's halftime. 6-3, the home team leads. We'll see who gets the ball. 6-3 DC Defenders over the Memphis Showboats. Let's post some stats up there. Not sure how quickly they'll update. Okay, there they already got the field goal, so maybe I can put some here summary. All right, yeah, we'll put this up. The stats here at halftime. All right, going to take a brief break. Defenders received the second half kickoff, so all right, we'll mark that. If they get the ball, we'll put that up here. Hope everybody's enjoying it. It's football, everybody. It's what we want. Hockey's starting to wind down for me. Basketball's up against hockey. I don't really have any desire to watch basketball, and I'm really not interested in baseball. And the only thing I get for free over the air is Chicago White Sox, so that can be understood. All right, I'm going to take a brief break and get some water, and then I'll be back. We'd assume halftime's no more than 14-ish minutes, so this game should resume around 8:40, I would think. 8:40 p.m. Central Time. We'll put the halftime score in the chat as well. Be right back. We're back. Again, DC will get the ball in the second half. Memphis had it first. That drive ended in an interception. Memphis had a 3-0 lead. was 3-3 when Memphis fumbled a punt, and that led to the 6-3 halftime score that you see. And they're still talking about the beer snake. Okay. Be nice if they talked about the action on the field, but I guess you gotta sell what you can sell. Let's check out, let's see, I think I got a comment. 1 second. Let's see real quick. No, come on. Let me refresh this just in case they didn't get these refreshed. Yeah, all right. I was going to answer a question I got on my channel about how long I've been playing Trackmania. I just had to look this up real quick. No, I don't want live videos, of course. Yeah, not many views on Trackmania. I think I'm going to have to switch games up again. People lose interest, except for like Tecmo Super Bowl. Those always seem to do decent numbers week in, week out. Although the Colts game last week, I guess, didn't. But Miami, the game before that, week 8, got over 100 views, so I'm happy with that. So where is my first Trackmania? When did I release that? I gotta make sure I do have desktop audio muted, so that's good. Yeah, what was the day of the week? Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I'll say 3 weeks ago. More information. Was there a record date? Oh, let me manage videos. That would be easier. Duh. Alright. Come on. Alright, 1 second. Just want to answer this one. Yeah, 3 weeks ago, about March 12th. Yeah, we'll say that. I don't know. That's when I uploaded it. Yeah, I really only been playing 3 weeks then. Alright, let's go answer that real quick. tomorrow on Sin Bin Stream, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins at Chicago Blackhawks. That game is at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time. A lot of penalties in this game. Oh, wait. Did Ovi play today? I thought he was only playing... He's playing tomorrow, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Ovi has a chance to get number 895 tomorrow. I'm just checking the NHL scoreboard really quick. They're just talking about the betting on TV, but I'll get ready for the second half shortly. Blackhawks don't play today, obviously. I'm pretty sure the Caps were off. Just doing a quick check as they played Friday. Be silly to play Friday night, Saturday, and on Sunday. Capitals at Islanders, 11:30 a.m. Enjoy that on TNT, True TV, or on Max if you have it. I will not be able to see that, but I will bring live play-by-play for the Penguins at Blackhawks at 5 p.m. Central. So that is tomorrow. And the next XFL game will be next Friday night at 7 p.m. Central. That game will be on Fox. I will do live play-by-play for a watch-along and chat, All right, time of possession evened out a little more. First quarter, it was like 11 to 4 in favor of Memphis. Obviously, DC offense finally got going. We'll go back to the play-by-play. Yeah, we're ready. They're about set to kick off. So, yeah, maybe a 12-minute halftime. Not sure. There's the approach. The kick is away. And it's another one kicked short. And I don't think it made the landing zone. It definitely went out of bounds. See what the call is. Alright, they have not updated yet for the second half on the UFL site. 129 total yards to the Showboats, 114 for the Defenders. Yeah, more time of possession for the Showboats. But turnovers are killing the Showboats. The interception on their opening drive that they would have for sure had a field goal, maybe a touchdown. At least a field goal. And then right before the half, it was 3-3, but they fumbled the punt return. All right, Jordan Teamu is out. I think DC's minus 5.5 now on the changed betting lines. But handoff, up the middle, a gain of about 7 on the left hash mark. 2nd and 3 coming up. 14:50 to go. All right, do we have the third quarter finally? No plays for third quarter yet. Great. Well, I will refresh in a little bit. 14:40, clock rolling. Teamu in shotgun. Hands it to the back. Up the left hash mark. Close to a first down. No, they're saying third down. Should be third and less than 1, though. Looks like DC might be going no huddle or hurry up. 3rd and short. It's a full yard. Shotgun, another handoff. This time he gets it. Just inside Memphis territory at the 49. 1st and 10 for DC. Alright, let's refresh the play-by-play so you can follow along at home or on your phone, wherever you are. Shotgun for Teamu, 25 to his right. They hand it off again. Another run to the left at the numbers. Goes for 5-6 maybe. We got 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line for DC. So they show the coaches, whether on the sideline or in the press box area or the suites. 2nd and 4, 13:27, clock rolling. Man in motion. Shotgun. Fake the handoff. Looking right. Throws right. Overthrew between the numbers and the hash. Number 19, Scott. 13:15 to go. Let's get a quick time update on the thing. Clock rolling at 13:10. Refresh the play-by-play here. All right, 12:56. 10 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to throw to the left by the left sideline. First down inside the 30. That's Smith, R. Smith on the reception, the back. First down. They doubled the receiver. Nobody picked up the back for Memphis. That's why Smith was wide open near the sideline after coming out of the backfield. Good quick decision by Jordan Teamu. Teamu and shotgun. Smith to his right. Shotgun, back to pass. Smith picks up the blitzer, throws right. Caught at the 2-yard line. Maybe the 1. Oh no, they're saying a pick. Apologies, I got the wrong. Number 6 got a pick. We got 12:16 to go. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. I thought oh man, he grabbed him. That could have been PI. Oh, it bounced off of 14's chest. You know what? I don't think this is a pick, though. By the time the guy caught the ball, his feet were out of bounds. Yeah, this is not a pick. This will be... Yeah, there's no way that this is a pick. This should be a quick review. It bounced off of the DC player, and the Memphis Showboat, number 6, thought he had an interception, but he only had 1 foot in. So this will be still DC ball. Now DC, they're saying, is favored by 6.5 again. The over-under is 36.5. That is definitely safe. Hit the under if you're actually betting in the second half. All right, 2nd and 10. They interviewed the guy who thought he had the pick. He is on the sideline. 2nd and 10. Clock rolling, 12-12 in the 3rd. Let's get a refresh quick of the play-by-play. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws left side, dropped by the receiver. Number 13, that's at least 2 drops. All right, so this interception will be coming off the play-by-play. Not a really good call by the refs live. Bounced off the guy's chest. He had it, but he never had his right foot in. It was a great attempt, but really wasn't that close. 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. 11:43, clock rolling. Teamu and shotgun. Smith to his right. Back to pass. Looking. Has to tuck it, and he throws an incomplete pass to Smith with 11:34. We got 4th and 10, clock rolling now. Under 11.5 to go. DC. Teamu on the sideline. 11:20, 15 seconds on the play clock. They're lining up for a field goal at the 36, making this a 46-yard field goal from the left hash mark. Number 16 for DC. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick on the way, and it is good. Nice kick to make it 9-3 with 11:02 to go in the 3rd. Good strong kick. What did I say, 11:02? I will hit refresh real quick. Yeah, 11:02. Let's hit refresh on the play-by-play. All right, we'll just leave this up for a little bit until they update that. 11:02 in the 3rd. Provided they don't fumble, it will be Showboats ball next. Thanks everybody for joining and watching, and please hit like, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Appreciate it. Let me refresh my page real quick. refresh. That should be good. Why is it so... whatever. I give up. 9-3 Defenders. 11:02 to go in the third. TV timeout. 10 plays, 32 yards on the drive, 3:58 of clock used by DC. So the game was 3-3 late in the first half, a little over a minute and a half. Memphis fumbled a punt. That led to a DC field goal to make it 6-3 at half. Then they come out, opening drive. Memphis player was out of bounds on an interception. Almost a phenomenal play, but he never got his right foot in. And that leads to another 3-point field goal, obviously, by DC. So they've scored 9 straight points. Memphis was up 3-0. How does it look? I don't look too chopped off, do I, with that? Okay, just checking. I know my arm is cut off a little bit, my left, but I could move back a little bit, I guess, so it doesn't look so awkward. Let me see if I can move my monitor up a little bit. Yeah, right there. Maybe that'll help too. I don't have to turn my neck so much. Alright, so we could check on Teamu's stats. Maybe we'll do that when the third quarter ends. Alright, they're back on TV. Oh yeah, the NFL draft comes up April 24th. Whoa. I don't think I have the knowledge to do graphics for that. I had a thought about doing the draft and I'm like, maybe not. I'm sure tons of people are going to have draft coverage. All right. We're lining up for the kickoff. DC's had no problems on the kickoff. Memphis 2 kickoffs. Well, wait, who had the ball? No, that's true. The DC did kick one out of bounds to open the game, but they've had no problems on the 3 field goals kickoffs. All right, taken at the 3 by the receiver, run to the 20, between the hash marks and the numbers, and he takes it out past the 30. They're showing somebody on this. Oh, we got 10:56. I got to get that time update in. $10:56 to go in the third. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. All right. Oh, great. They got this horrible camera angle behind Perry, the quarterback. Handoff to the right side, past the 30. It'll be second and long. It was a gain of 4, maybe. 10:45, clock rolling. Okay, come on. I know you want to interview people. Second and 6. I was right. It was a gain of 4. 10:30 even to go. 10:30 to go. 15 on the play clock. Perry under center. 23 is the deep back. We got a split wide receiver to the right. Tight end and receiver to the left. Handoff, left hash mark. 23 gains a few yards, bringing up third and short. 10:07, clock rolling. All right, let's try to refresh the play-by-play. We have a 3rd and 4. Perry in shotgun, back to his left. Tight end on the left side. 2 receivers to the right. One comes in motion. He goes back. Actually, 3 receivers to the right. Apologies. Pass at the 40, and we got a first down. Good catch by number 9. 9.5 to go in the third. We got 9:20 as the clock is rolling. Refresh the play-by-play. We'll get it in a minute. All right. Shotgun. The back comes out of the backfield, splits wide to the right. 3 receivers to the left, the near side. Looking, in the pocket, scrambles. He's going to, I think he passed the line. Wide open receiver down the right sideline at the 20. There is a flag. I think this is coming back. I think Perry crossed the line of scrimmage, and this is an illegal forward pass. 8:51 to go. Stopped on the penalty. Yep, that's the signal. Illegal forward pass. No idea if you can see this. I'm not watching my... Nope, you can't. Illegal forward pass. I guess I could maybe make this window a little smaller next time. We'll work on it for next game. All right, 8:51 to go in the third. Clock is stopped. Memphis with the ball, trailing. I guess they're having Dean Blandino review this. I think it was the right call. Live, it looked like the right call, but they don't have the line of scrimmage, superimposed like the NFL would. So it's hard to tell. It's harder to tell. No clue what they're showing now. All right, what was the line of scrimmage? He stepped on the 41, which was the line of scrimmage. This is going to be interesting. Oh, they're going to give him the pass. They're moving the sticks. So big all right, let's refresh the play-by-play. 1st and 10 now. This is going to be... So they got to update their play-by-play. All right, clock rolling, 8:44. In shotgun, fakes that. No, he does hand it off. Apologies. Up the right hash mark and stuffed in a pile. There was definitely a gain on it. A couple. 8:30 to go. Clock rolling. Loxley's in the game. I think they're interviewing his father, who's the Maryland coach. 2nd and 7, so gain of 3. Let me refresh the play-by-play here. They have not fixed that. Completion. All right, we got a full set. One to the left, one to the right. They hand it off up the middle. Everybody was up on the line just about. Up the middle. It is 3rd down, so they did not get the first down. Let's refresh the play-by-play. Replay official reviewed. Legal. 39-yard pass on that play. All right. 3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line. This is the biggest threat Memphis has put up on the board recently after taking a 3-0 lead. Perry in shotgun with number 34 to his right. He's got the snap. Back to pass. Looks. Throws at the left hash mark. It's incomplete. He overthrew it. Number 4 was not happy. So what does Wisenhunt do here on 4th and 5? I assume he will take the field goal and make this a 3-point game again. I don't know who he was throwing for, but if it was number 4, he overthrew him. He did get hit as he threw it, but did 4 stop the route? I mean, not sure. All right, number 49 for the Memphis Showboats out to kick here. This will be a 33-yard attempt from the right hash mark. There's the snap. Hold is down. I don't know if it was a good snap. And the kick is right down the middle. 6:43 to go, I believe. Yep, 6:43. We got a 9-6 ball game. Coughlin good from 33. It will be DC's ball provided they don't fumble the kickoff. 6:43. We got a TV commercial break. All right, let's refresh this play-by-play. Maybe we can check the stats real quick too. All right, they're up to date. Perry incomplete for Anderson. Yeah, I think because of the reviews, the constant reviews, they just keep the clock rolling even on incompletes. Um, you know, because these reviews take a while. Plus, this league has tons of penalties, but until I think the clock stops, under 2 minutes. All right, let's go to the summary. Here are the field goals: 108 in the first quarter, 3-0, 4:37 in the second quarter or to go, and then 2 seconds to go. They kicked it to take the 6-3. That was after a fumbled punt by Memphis. Then they came out in the second half. Memphis thought they had a interception. Turned out the defender, the defensive player, was out of bounds with 1 foot. And now Memphis just answered on their next drive to make it a 9-6 game. All right, so Te'amu. Oh, they don't have. All right, offense. Let's look at that. Perry is 10 for 16 for Memphis, 126 yards and that 1 pick where he threw short. That was their opening drive. He settled down after that. Te'amu only 8 of 19, but the receivers have dropped at least 2 passes for 97 yards. I think he's picked some up on the ground. Here's the rushing, 38 yards for Prince of Memphis. And pretty well distributed. Yeah, he's got 12 rushing. Abram Smith with 26. No real long plays. 9 here for the defenders, 16 on the ground. We've had some. Do they have the receiving? Yeah, here we go. A 32-yarder and then that 39-yarder that got, unless they were wrong, maybe this was a 32-yarder after they thought. All right, so there's the stats. I'll try to catch to that at commercial breaks to update the stats. All right, here we are on the play-by-play. And we're about set to go. .643 to go in the third. 9-6, home team, DC. About set to kick it off from the 30. They have struggled on kicks. Bounces and rolls. This guy can't even get it to the 20. He just hit a field goal, but his kickoffs have been awful. He can't even kick it to the landing zone. He's hitting these squibs well short. So Memphis might need a kickoff specialist or a new kicker. They are interviewing DeLillo. Oh, yeah, he came in for 1 play on that 3rd and goal after they thought Jordan Te'amu had scored at the pylon. All right, Te'amu in shotgun, 1st and 10 from his own 40, the back to his right. Shotgun, back to pass, looking right, throws right, down, incomplete, between the numbers and the hash, or make that between the number and the sideline. 87 was his intended receiver. Clock rolling, 6:36. 2nd and 10. Decent coverage and just overthrown. Would have been a tough catch. Shotgun, number 4 to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 6:10, clock rolling, back to pass, looking, throws left. If he caught it, it was no gain. I thought that hit the ground. 6 minutes to go, under 6 now. We got a 3rd and 10 for Te'amu and the defenders. 5:50, clock rolling. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. All right. Shotgun, back to his right. All 3 receivers to the near side. Looking, throws right. overthrew the receiver just inside the 50. 4th and 10 at 5:24. And Memphis will get the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead. They look good finally on their last drive. Clock rolling on 4th and 10. Punt unit is out on the field. Again, Memphis is 0-1. DC is 1-0. Punter is back at his own 25-yard line waiting for the snap. 5 minutes to go in the third. 3 seconds, there's the snap. The kick is away. Down the middle. Caught at one of the hash marks. 83 gets tackled just inside the 20. We got some late pushing and shoving by both teams. 4:46 to go in the third quarter. They're showing the highlights from last night. Birmingham with a big win over Michigan. What did I do? 4:46? 21-12 win by Birmingham over Michigan. Oh yeah, games at 11 and 5:30 tomorrow Central Time. San Antonio Brahmas at the St. Louis Battlehawks. That game's on FS1 at 5:30. Houston Roughnecks, Arlington Renegades. That's the early game on ESPN. Back to handoff. Back to live action. Gain of 2 up the right side by the numbers. Clock rolling. 4:36 to go in the third. 2nd and long. 2nd and 8. Gain of 2. Under 4.5 in the third. Back to another handoff up the right hash mark, in just outside the 35, but we have a flag at 4:18. Here's the call, holding. So this one's coming back. We will have 2nd and long now instead of 2nd and 8. 4:18 to go in the third. See if we can get a refresh of the play-by-play. You know, I may need to put that score thing at the top while I scroll down on this. Maybe I'll look into that for the 4th. No, I can't because it looks weird. Yeah. All right, we got 2nd 18, 4 minutes to go. Shotgun, back to pass is Perry. Throws right to the flat. Juggled by the running back and hit immediately and dropped. 3:53 to go in the third, and they're going to have 3rd and 18 coming up. So, thanks to that holding call, Memphis' drive is derailed, and I forgot to give them the ball. The little asterisk. There we go. Apologies. 3:42 clock rolling. 3rd and 18. Perry breaks the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. 3:33 in the third. Ball at their own 11-yard line. They got a ways to go. Got to get out near the shot. Throw to the left. Very short. Gain of maybe 3 to number 9. And Memphis will have to punt again. There's a shotgun. He looked briefly. Yeah, he was looking left the whole way. Good wrap up and tackle by number 27. Of the DC Defenders. Under 3 to go on this 4th and 14. .250, under 250 in the third. Memphis shuffled in a player late. Ref is holding up for subs. Way deep from the end zone. Punt from about the 4 straight up in the air on the near side and out of bounds. No further than the 45. Not a good punt. If the line of scrimmage was the 14 and he kicked it to the 44, that's only a 30-yard punt net. Let's see where they mark him. 2:29 to go in the third as Jordan Teamu comes out to quarterback the DC Defenders. Let's give them the ball back, too. right. Yep, it's about the 44-yard line. Actually about the 43. Shotgun, handoff to the left, or up the right hash mark. I apologize. The back was on his left. Almost a first down. 2:20, clock rolling in the third. 2:15. It's got to be second and short. That was almost a 9-yard gain, I think. Whoa. The coach ran into one of his own players. They so busy showing that they almost missed the play. Handoff to the left hash mark. That's a first down. Under 2 to go. Great TV coverage. You got to get this quick story in about, it was the reporter. It wasn't a coach that ran into a player. Good job, idiot. 1:40, clock rolling. First and 10. Let's refresh the play-by-play. Handoff. Left hash mark to about the 25, but guess what? Laundry on the field, as Grossi would say. Flag. 1:32 to go. We'll see what the penalty is. And illegal substitution by the defense. So 12 men on the field. Yeah, it's 1:32 to go in the third. So, I think, first and 5. The play was about that, but they'll take the penalty so they can save the down. Jordan Teamo in shotgun, number 25, I believe, to his right. 2 receivers to the near sideline. Shotgun, and the snap is a handoff to number 25. He gets clobbered at about the 28. No, I'll make that the 32. Apologies, wrong way. Clock rolling, 1:05. So it was a handoff. He got it. Oh, I was right the first time. He got it to the 22. Apologies. All right, so what's the down? It's third, it's only second. Come on, let's stop showing the replay and get back. 2nd and 4, we got timeout at 54 seconds. We got an equipment issue for one of the showboats. Memphis Showboats. 54 seconds to go in the third. 2nd and 4 this camera work is terrible. They're trying to do a huddle cam. And it was awful. Just stick to the regular coverage. We don't need anything fancy. This is ridiculous, ESPN/ABC. Come on. It's pretty simple to cover football, I would think. By now, we should know how to do this in 2025. You do have the Monday night games once a week. All right, in shotgun, back to his right. Looking left, throws, complete, near the sideline at the 15. And guess what? Another flag with 42 seconds to go. Yeah, they need to keep the clock rolling. Otherwise, these games would take 4 hours because of all the penalties and reviews. What's the call? Number 5, the ref. Still waiting. Illegal formation on DC, so that play is wiped out. No, still second down. No first down. They'll back up from the 22, I believe. All right, let's get a refresh on the play-by-play. Apologies for that. All right, 2nd and 9 from the 28, looks like. Got 3 cameras going. Roll out to the right, to the near sideline. Teamo on a keeper, and not much there. Did he even gain anything? Or did he lose yardage? Clock rolling, 25 seconds, 3rd down. They still don't have the distance. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 3. Okay, apologies. He did get to the 22. I should have realized it. That's my bad. They're on a funny camera angle. This is like a goal line cam from a play from the 22-yard line. I think they're going to end the 3rd quarter. They don't have the play clock up there, so I didn't know. That's where we stand after 45 minutes of play. 9-6. with DC with the ball just outside the red zone, and with a 3rd and, what did we say, 3 coming up. Refresh the play-by-play. Let's get some more water probably as well. Oh yeah, let's put that in the chat. Memphis 6, DC 9 after 3 quarters. Alright, be right back. Nah, actually we're good. Let's see if there's anything on Twitter real quick. Follow the UFL. I suppose I should follow some of the teams too. Yeah, the UFL has to tweet at Tom Luganbill and say, "Gotta stay ready." Don't. I guess it's a 9-6 game. You gotta find the interest where it is, but. And they're talking about the Maryland head coach being there to watch his son, Kai Loxley, and the Maryland coach is Mike Loxley. Oh, and meanwhile, let me check real quick. Coming up on Sinbin stream sometime this month, we will have rugby, Major League Rugby, as there is over-the-air TV coverage by Fox Chicago Plus, aka WPWR, number 50.1 on your guide. And they are losing in San Diego currently, 5-3. San Diego just got a try. They kicked it up in the air near the sideline and got the try. Bet it was a tough conversion if they already tried it. So this game just started at 9, but yeah, something to look forward to. Some live rugby. I got to get back to the football game right now, though. And we should be starting the 4th quarter up here soon, but yeah. Maybe a little bonus coverage, but that's going to be long if I do a 3-hour football game and then wrap up a rugby game. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play. Let's get 15 on the clock to go in the 4th, and they're still focusing on the beer snake in the stands. I get it, it's a fun tradition, but I don't know. Alright. We have a 3rd and 3 from about the 22-yard line. Teamu in shotgun. Defenders are going right to left this quarter. Motion. He has a back to his right. 3 receivers near sideline, 1 to the top. Back to pass, looks, rolls to the right, still looking, throws into the end zone. Oh, almost a one-handed grab, but it's incomplete. Number 19 with a great effort. 14:50 on the clock here. Clock is rolling. It's under 14:50. Teamu stayed in the pocket. He got flushed out to the right, front past the numbers, threw a good lob pass, good defense by the Memphis Showboats, kind of screening. Got his right hand on it, but I doubt his feet would have stayed in bounds. So, but good effort by the receiver. Hopefully he's all right. He's getting looked at. Scott, number 19. All right, come on. Are we going to start doing the play-by-play? We got 14:44, and now they stop the clock on a 4th and 3. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining, unlike the first half where Memphis blew through their 3 for delay of, to avoid delay of game penalties pretty quickly. 4th and 3, they send out the kicker. Play clock is frozen at 21. I think because of there was an injury to a Memphis player. All right, Matt McCrane, he's 3 for 3 tonight. A 22, a 30, and a 46-yard field goal. So he's been solid. The Memphis kicker has kicked 2 field goals, but he's been brutal on his kickoffs. I don't think he's gotten one in the landing zone. All right, from the right hash mark, 4th and 3, play clock at 15. Game clock is now rolling. He's set. Here's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is wide left. He hooked it. It was a 40-yarder. I don't think it was tipped. He just hooked it. 14-33. So a big miss by DC gives Memphis new life. Yeah, it never looked good. That one never had a chance. He hooked it. So McCrane is 3 for 4 now. He kicked a 46, but hooks a right to left, right hash mark attempt early in the 4th quarter here. All right, let's try to refresh the play-by-play. See if they. Okay, yeah, we're finally rolling on the play-by-play. Field goal, no good. Barry, the center, or long snapper. Holder was Brooks. McCrane missed. All right, Perry in the shotgun with a back to his left. He's got the tight end on the right side. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws left. Single coverage. What a catch by the sideline by number 9. And they are jawing at each other as 27 ripped the ball out. But that's a first down. Much needed boost there for Memphis. 14:20, clock rolling as they show the replay. Looked right, then threw left. Great high point on the ball by number 9 and a catch along the sideline. Clock rolling, 14:07, 10 seconds on the play. Jonathan Adams, a 27-yard reception. Back to pass, throws left. Adams again for a first down, and they're already to about the 32-yard line in DC territory. Under 14 minutes to go. Clock rolling. We got 13:45. Clock rolling. 25 seconds on the play clock. Perry gets the call. He's calling the play in the huddle. Let's refresh these last. See if we got these. They're at the 32-yard line. 13:25. Under center, handoff up the middle. He breaks it to the right, outside the numbers, near the sideline, pushed out of bounds with a first down for Memphis. 13:16 to go in the game. Good run to the right by number 23. Let's refresh the play-by-play. Yeah, Adams with 2 straight catches. They still haven't updated. And another run. They were so busy showing a replay, they missed this play and they got a weird camera angle. I know, I'm making gestures and you can't see my left hand. I'll work on that for next game. Next football game is Friday night. The next UFL game on Sinbin Stream. Alright, we got 2nd and 12. 12:40 going as the clock is rolling. 12:35 now, clock rolling. 12:30 on 2nd and 12. 5 seconds on the play clock in the shotgun. Back to pass, looks over the middle, incomplete. He missed number 4. 12:22, that's right, to go in the game. 3rd and 12. Memphis trailing 9-6. 12:15 to go in the 4th quarter. They are at the 17-yard line, but they're facing a 3rd and 12. 12:05 to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. 12 minutes to go. In shotgun, back to his right. Number 34. Shotgun, back to pass, looking over the middle, rolls to the right. He's on a keeper. He's got the first down. He's got a touchdown. Perry on a quarterback run. Takes it to a 12-9 game with 11:47. Good scramble. Nobody had their eyes on the quarterback. Must have been man-to-man. They didn't have a spy. Good run by Perry. 11:47 to go. They're deciding on, they're going to go for 2, I guess, from the 2-yard line. Try and take a 5-point lead. I don't know why you wouldn't. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the UFL rules. We're not kicking. 1 point is from the 2-yard line. Got it. They just showed the difference. I forgot. I'm used to the NFL. Apologies. All right. From the 2-yard line, they're going for a 1-point conversion. It's a handoff, and that is stuffed. So we still have a 3-point game to go here. Just under 12 to go in the game. And Memphis takes their second lead of the game. First lead since they were up 3-0. The replay showing number 4 came on a drag route over the middle. Nobody to the right side. A defender pushed down the receiver in the end zone and didn't bother to look back for the quarterback. And Perry just had nothing but daylight between him and the end zone. On a good keeper. All right, they fail on the 1-point conversion from the 2. So it is still a 3-point game. And that missed field goal looms large now for the DC Defenders as we take a commercial break. Oh. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and joining me here on a Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I will work on... Let me see if I can move this down. Oh, wait, I don't think... See, if I try to put this top part by itself, and then, since it doesn't stay there when I scroll, I gotta work on that, because I think it looks transparent when I try to do it through OBS. That's why I chose just to do the play-by-play. And I'll just try to do time updates as I can. But, alright. We have a ball game. We have some excitement. The first touchdown of the game is scored in the 4th quarter. We thought Jordan Teamu had one for the DC Defenders, but he was marked short. That was a 2nd down play, and then they failed on 3rd down, so they elected to take the short field goal. So that was the Defenders' best chance at getting cracking the end zone. Defenders just missed a 40-yard field goal before this drive by Memphis, where they had a few big pass plays and decent runs, and obviously the touchdown was a scramble for 16 yards on 3rd down. 3rd and 12. Yeah. And again, the 1 point from the 2-yard line failed, and that's where we sit, 12-9 with 11:47. So if they're still taking bets, you can bet the under. We are not going to hit the over-under. And DC was favored by, it's been 6.5, I think they've shown as the game's gone along. Alright. Still at commercial. Alright, let's see if we can quick get some stats up there. Yeah, I think the offense, that's the best way. Perry, 13 of 21, 167 yards, 1 interception. Jordan Teamu, 9 of 23 for 97, but his receivers dropped at least 2 so far. Not much to show for on the ground. Memphis is closing in on 100. DC has each team has a 40-yard carrier. Adams now 6 for 99, a long of 39, and 4 for 52 for Ty Scott of DC. All right, let's get back to the play-by-play, and we should be getting set for the kickoff shortly. So again, DC, they're still showing, I don't know what they're reviewing. Could we get back to the live action? All right, finally, it looks like we're about. Oh, they're asking Perry to go through his scramble. All right, the kick is finally away. DC on the return up the middle, and they get out past the 20 but short of the 25. 11:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Perry threw that pick on Memphis's opening drive. Memphis fumbled a punt late in the first half that led to a DC field goal. And so Memphis has 2 field goals and a touchdown. They failed on the 1-point pass. DC is 3 for 4 on field goals. The missed 40-yarder set up the touchdown. Handoff to the right. Number 4 gets the 25, bringing up second down. 11:35, clock rolling, which is nice. Try to shorten these games up because they have a lot of reviews and they've had a lot of penalties, so they keep the clock rolling even on incomplete passes. That was a run, so of course it would roll. All right, they're showing Perry on the sideline. I hope they're not missing. We got 2nd and 9. We got a stoppage with 11:28, and yes, we do have a DC defender down for the offense. Looks to be a lineman. No, it's number 4, Smith, the running back. That could be a big blow for the home team. He does jog off under his own power, so maybe he'll be back shortly. All right, we got 11:28 to go in the fourth. Yeah, Abram Smith. Hopefully he's all right. He's had a decent game. Trainer is walking with them, so I don't know. Maybe they're heading to the locker room. I don't know. We're back to live action. 2nd and 9 from about the 24-yard line. Snap back to Teamu. Throws right. Complete. Missed a tackle on a big hit, and he falls down. They're zoomed in so tight it's hard to see what yard line. It is 3rd down. 11:05. Scott is not happy with himself for not doing more with that, with yards after catch. Under 11 to go now. 3rd down. They still haven't shown how many yards to go. They're too busy showing other stuff and these long crane-in shots. What a terrible show. Teamu hands it off on 3rd down, and that's a first down near the 40-yard line. To the right side. 10:38 to go. 1st and 10. We got 10.5. Now clock rolling. In the under center, a handoff to the right. Number 25 again at the right numbers. He gets 3, maybe 4. That's Jackson, number 25. Nope, they give him 3. They mark him at the 43-yard line. And we have a Memphis Showboat down with an injury. So 10:12 is the time update. I'll scroll down here, get to the last few plays on the screen. They're showing Perry's run again for the touchdown on the 16-yard scramble. All right. They're showing him talking to Wisenhunt Ken Wisenhunt, the coach, on the bench. All right. 2nd and 6 coming up. All right. He is Wisenhunt is the head coach and offensive play caller for Memphis. All right, we're still waiting. Let's refresh the play-by-play again. Yeah, they've got the last 4-yard run up there. So here's their drive so far. Pass to Scott for 7 yards, and then they picked up on 3rd and short. Still waiting. Looks like Teamu will be in the shotgun. Number 25 to his left. 2 receivers bunched. and 2 is bunched far. Back to pass, looks over the middle, throws. He completes it to number 12, inside the 20, to the 15. Tackle at about the 12. Great play by the defenders. Under 10 to go in the game. Good solid throw by Jordan Teamu. Looked off the receivers, or looked off, he looked right and then threw between the hash marks. All right, they're showing the replay. We're back to live action. 1st and 10 at the 12. Handoff to the right side. He plows down to the 3-yard line. Should be 2nd and 1 coming up. That is 25, Jackson on the carry. So now DC threatening to get their first touchdown of the game. We got 9:12 to go. Clock rolling. 2nd and 1. Under center. Handoff. Right. And he's close to the first down at the 2. It will depend on the mark. Whoa, terrible spot. I thought with forward progress. They're going to give him no gain. We're going to have 3rd and 1. Under 9 to go. That looked like a horrible spot by the far judge. I thought he was close to the first down. All right, 8:48, clock rolling. Get a refresh of the play-by-play here. 15 seconds on the play clock. 8:40 to go. We have a 3rd and 1 after the no gain. When Jackson picked up 9 on first down. All right, he's in shotgun. Teamu waits. Tight end in motion to the right, and we have a penalty with 8:25 to go. Not sure what happened. Was it a delay of game? Maybe I didn't see the play clock. Maybe they were able to get the timeout before the delay of game. It is a defender's timeout. I think the penalty flag was coming for delay of game, I guess, and defenders got their timeout. All right, big play coming up. 3rd and 1 with 8:25 to go in the game. Oops, sorry. Defenders have the ball. I forgot to put the asterisk back up after the touchdown for Memphis. Apologies on that. You can always message me in the chat. Say wake up. All right, 8:25 to go. 12-9 Memphis, but DC threatening with a 3rd and 1 from the 3-yard line. They're still talking over the play. I gotta imagine that maybe they're thinking of going for this on 4th down. I would get 2 plays ready to call. I guess you could kick the field goal figuring you're at home, but how often are you going to be this close? And again, they can get a first down before the touchdown. 3rd and 1 from the 3. They must get to the 2. Shotgun. Back to the right. The back is to his right. Motion for the tight end. Handoff up the middle. No, apologies. It was not. It was a fake on the camera. 87, I think, took the direct snap. We have a 15-12 ball game with 8:21 to go. That faked me and the cameraman. Apologies. A carry by number 87. It must have been a direct snap for the lead. Important. Looks like they're going to go for 2 instead of 1, which I don't understand. 2 puts them up 5. Okay. We'll see what they... 87 went... All right, let's refresh. Maybe they have the ball carrier. Nope. They only have the timeout. All right, they are from the 5. They are going for 2 to take a 5-point lead. In shotgun. A toss to the right. Looked like he might throw. He does! And it's a 2-point conversion. Number 12 to number 14. It is 17-12. So... field goal will not really do anything for Memphis on this next drive with only 8:21 to go. I suppose they could cut it to 2 and have a chance to win with another field goal, so I shouldn't say that. All right, so show the... Oh, it was a pass to 87. I apologize. They had a terrible behind the quarterback view looking down, and I couldn't see anything. I just assumed I had missed a direct snap. So it was Teamu short over the middle to Bresnahan for a 3-yard touchdown, number 87. And on the extra point, number 12 took the handoff, rolled to the right, and then threw it to number 14 to put them up 5 instead of just 3. So provided there's no fumble, Memphis gets the ball back, plenty of time to come back, but they now trail by 5. This game was 3-0 Memphis. Then it was 9-3 DC, 9-6, and then 12-9, and now we got 6 plus the 2-point conversion, so we got a 17-12 game. So a good game going on, especially the fourth quarter. Not even halfway through the fourth quarter, getting close. There's your summary of the last 2 scoring plays, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. It was Roland to Powell for the 2-pointer. All right. I am going to need a refill of water. I will be right back there. Still at commercial. Oh, I've been sitting way too long. All right. Excuse me. All right. Still at commercial. Good ball game. Here, we'll show the score. Each team scored their first touchdown of the game here in the fourth quarter. And Memphis failed on their 1-point conversion. They only trail by 5. And the defenders missed a field goal, so they could easily, a 40-yard field goal, they could easily be up 8 right now, but are not. Okay, let's go to the numbers real quick. So Perry, 13 out of 21, 167 yards, and 1 pick on the opening drive. Teamu now has a touchdown pass, 12 of 26 with at least 2 drops by the receivers, 152 yards. And Perry had the rushing touchdown, 16-yard scramble. Both teams near 100 yards overall, nobody breaking out. 99 yards for Jonathan Adams, 66 for Roland. And we're back on the TV. Let's get you back on the play-by-play here so you can see the last few plays. All right, we're about set for the kickoff. The DC kicker has been much better on kickoffs than the Memphis kicker. There's the kick from the 30. It's all the way down at the goal line, fumbled, brings it out between the hash marks to about the 20, where Memphis will take over, trailing by 5. They are interviewing Perry as he heads out to the huddle. I mean, interesting, I get it. They're all about the access, but, man, let the kid focus on the game, for crying out loud. All right. Commentary aside now, here we go. We'll have to refresh the play-by-play a few times, I bet. Yeah, they don't even have the kickoff yet. All right, come on. Who cares about the reporter jogging to the sideline? Can we just get to the game? Perry in shotgun with his back to his right, number 34. Back to pass, looking, throws left. Caught for about a 4-yard gain, about the 25-yard line. First, they started with the ball about the 21. 8:05, clock rolling, 2nd and 6 from the 25-yard line. We now have under 8 minutes to go. They break the huddle. 7:50 to go. 15 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 4. Perry in shotgun. Back is to his left. 3 receivers to the right. It's a handoff at the left hash mark. Good for about 3, maybe 4 yards. We'll have 3rd and short, under 7.5 to go. Let's get a refresh here on the play-by-play. Come on. There we go. Yeah, they show the fumble on the kickoff. All right, we got 7:15 to go. 3rd and 3 from about their own 27-yard line. Back to pass. Looks left, throws over the middle, incomplete, high to number 4. 7:03 to go. But we do have a flag on the play. So the refs are huddling. We've got 7:03. If it's defense, if it's DPI, it's going to be a first down. But if it's on the offense, I'm sure it'll be declined and we'll have a punt. Illegal hands to the face on the DC Defenders. That's going to be a first down with 7:03 to go in the game. Big break for Memphis here after almost going 3 and out. I think it was one of the linemen, maybe. I think it was lineman on lineman. Yeah, 99 on a Showboat lineman. Big penalty. That was uncalled for. Under 7 to go. Clock rolling. Perry in shotgun. The back is to his left, number 34. 3 receivers to his right. Shotgun. Handoff. No, it was a keeper. They faked it. Perry's going to get tackled for a loss. He's pointing at somebody. I think he thought there was a penalty coming. We're going to have 2nd and long. 6.5 to go now. 6:22. 6:20 as they break the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 12. A loss of 2 from their own 30. Okay, can we get full screen and take the coaches off the sides? Because it's hard to see when... Oh, my gosh. Looking. Throws right. Number 4. Looked like he was interfered with, and there's the late flag. 6 minutes to go. Can we please just show a full screen? I don't know why this is so difficult for ABC, ESPN. This is ridiculous. We're going to have a first down. Number 4 got interfered with. They locked arms, and he grabbed his right arm, and 4 couldn't make the catch along the sideline. Yeah, he grabbed his jersey, actually, too. Kelvin Joseph, number 27, on the DPI for the DC Defenders. 6 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10 coming up for Memphis. They are 0-1. Defenders are 1-0. Let's get a refresh of the play-by-play. All right, Perry breaks the huddle. 5:50 to go. Clock rolling. 12 seconds on the play clock. Back to his left. He's in the shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw. Looks left. Throws. Caught in traffic by number 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5, I believe. We got 5.5 to go. Man, they got to update these plays in the play-by-play quicker. They're consistently a play. Okay, please show a full screen. I don't need to see Ken Wisenhunt and Greg Williams. I know they both used to coach in the NFL, but we don't have a full screen. Handoff up the middle, up on the left hash mark. We're gonna have 3rd and not long, but 3rd and about 3, I'd say, and depending on the marking. Under 5 to go. As you hear my wonderful neighbor's dog barking next door. 4:50, clock rolling. 20 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 4. So here we go. This is probably the game. They're going to have to think about going for it if they don't get it on 4th down. Perry in shotgun, just inside the 50. Looks right, throws, caught on a tough catch behind him. Number 9. That is Adams. He should be over 100 yards for the day. That should be a first down with 4:20 to go and the clock rolling. Tough catch, good coverage, and there's the replay again. 27 was there, but Adams bested him. They break the huddle. Perry is under center. Number 23, Caboti, is the deep back. 2 bunch to the right. 1 split wide to the left. Oh, he fumbles the snap. Look out. And we do have a penalty at 3:50. Huge call coming up here. I guess the defenders tried to return it, but I guess the play was blown dead. Here's the call. False start. So no fumbled snap. Play was dead. False start on Lindstrom, number 72, looks like. 3:50 to go. So Memphis bailed out by a false start. Otherwise they fumbled the snap and it would have been defender's ball. Yeah. Okay, he would have been down by contact, I think, but it would have been defender's ball. 1st and 15, 3:50 to go, under 20 on the play clock. 17-12, DC with the lead. Memphis in DC territory. Back to pass, looking. Perry rolls to his left. He's on a keeper at the numbers. He dives inside the 40. Bringing up, Perry's hurt. He needs help getting up. Clock is rolling. All right, he's on his feet, but he was slow to get up. He was dropped back to pass. The rush came from his left. He had to keep it, and he gave himself up. And he dove, so he didn't really give himself up. 57 touched him down. We got 3:15, clock rolling. 2nd and 8 after the penalty, and the keeper back to pass, looking left, throws. Oh, what a catch by 9. I don't know if he got a foot down, though. Yeah, it's going to be incomplete at 3:01. It looked like he couldn't get his foot down. It was a great catch by this Adams guy. He's got over 100 yards. Good throw by Perry. Oh, I thought he had a... Well, yeah, you got to have 2 feet, I'm assuming. He only had 1. I thought he had none initially. Yeah, Perry had a 7-yard gain. This should be 3rd and 8 here. Oh, they're reviewing this play. Yeah, thank God they have the clock roll till... I think the only time the clock starts stopping is with 2 to go, because otherwise, between these reviews and... wow, I don't know. Maybe he got his foot down. Dean Blandino is looking. This might be a catch. We got 2:40 to go. Apologies. Let me get this time update in. I'll try to refresh the play-by-play. 2:40 to go. Memphis with the ball. Either a 3rd and 8 or a first down. Blandino's still looking at it. They still haven't updated. Like, they could say incomplete, out of bounds, but they haven't even put an initial play down. Alright, I think Dean's made his call. It looks like a... I don't know. Memphis was pointing first down, but... he definitely got 1 foot in. Looked like he could have dragged the other one. I guess they're still reviewing it. It's reversed. It is a catch and a first down. 2:40 to go. Memphis, who is 0-1, on the move, just outside the red zone now. Looks like they're at the 22-yard line. 2:35, clock rolling, 20 seconds on the play clock. Under center is Perry. Caboti, straight back behind him. Handoff, up the middle. He gets to maybe the 20 for a gain of 2. And Memphis will be happy to chew the clock. And don't forget, DC had to burn a timeout. So they are down to 2 timeouts. 2nd and 8. I wonder if Wisenhunt is going to elect to let this go down to the 2-minute warning. Perry's still in the huddle at 2:05 on 2nd and 8. I believe we will get the 2-minute warning. And there it is. 2 minutes to go in the game. And we are short of a 3-hour game still. So that's good. 2 minutes remaining. Can the Showboats take the lead and push the ball, punch it in for a touchdown? We will see. Just refresh. All right, let's go check in on some stats here. Yeah, they don't even have the review overturning. Let's quick look at the offense. Harry, 17 to 25. He has 200 yards now. Again, the pick on the opening drive. He scrambled for a touchdown, though. Jordan Teamu, 12 to 26. At least 2 drops, if not maybe more. 152 yards and a touchdown. Over 100 yards for Memphis as a team on the ground. Defenders 1 yard short of that. And yeah, Jonathan Adams, 8 catches, 123 yards with a long of 39. Elijah Stove with a catch for 42. Good yak here, yards after catch for Jonathan Adams with 42. Roland leads DC with 3 for 66. 5 catches for Ty Scott for 59. Bresnahan, the tight end, number 87, has the touchdown on a good play fake. And DC also had a 2-point conversion. Memphis failed on their 1-point conversion. They have 2 field goals and a touchdown. DC has 3 field goals, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. DC missed a field goal before Memphis's touchdown, so they could be up 20 to 12. They missed a 40-yarder. It was hooked from the right hash mark to the hooked past the left upright, and that's where we stand. Memphis fumbled a punt late in the first half, which led to a DC field goal to give them the 6-3 halftime lead. So yeah, here we'll put this quick in. Memphis 12, DC 17, 2. Warning. Alright, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the like button if you haven't. But either way, thanks for watching. Everything helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. Again, I'll be back tomorrow with the Blackhawks. Pittsburgh Penguins at Blackhawks, 5 o'clock from the United Center. And that is also the next NHL game on Tuesday. Chicago will be on the road at Pittsburgh, and that game. So 5 o'clock Sunday and 6 o'clock Tuesday. Those are the next ones. And then 6 p.m. Thursday, they're at Boston, the Blackhawks, that is. And the next UFL game here on Sinbin Stream will be next Friday night, the 7 p.m. game on Fox. Here we go, 2nd and 8, 20 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun for Perry. He's got it, back to pass, looking, throws left, overthrown. Nobody near it for either team. He tried to throw to the left corner, and I think the receiver had broken the route off a little earlier. Wasn't on the same page with Perry. 1:55. Yeah, now the clock will stop. So because of the penalties and all the reviews, it's a good thing that incomplete passes don't stop the clock until the 2-minute warning. All right, 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line. They got to get to the 12. Back to nope. We got a whistle. Play is blown dead. We got a flag. Perry threw it away to the right side. I don't know what the call was. Oh, delay a game on Memphis. Jeez, you got to burn a timeout. You can't afford these yards. It's getting too late to just kick a field goal. They're going to have to punch it in here if they don't get it. 3rd and 13. Tall order coming up for Perry and the Showboats. So, missed opportunity. Should have burned a timeout. 3rd and 13. In the shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Looks right. Throws. Incomplete. Not on the same page. We got 4th and long. I suppose with 3 timeouts, they could take the field goal since it is 4th and 13, and they could hope that they get a 3 and out, or even elect to do that onside, whatever the onside equivalent is. But they looks like they're lining up for the field goal to cut it to a 2-point game. 43-yard attempt coming up for number 49 from the left hash mark. Snap down. Oh, not even close. I don't even think that was touched. It was like one of his kickoffs. He's been kicking these terrible kickoffs. He had 2 good field goals, and this one wasn't even close. I don't think it was tipped. Suffice to say, I think Memphis needs a new field goal kicker, and they may drop the 0-2 here. This hold, it wasn't even close. I don't think anybody touched it. I don't even think he got it. It wasn't very... Oh, no, maybe it was tipped. Okay, well, bad blocking by... we'll see what the play-by-play has. Bad blocking by the Memphis... Yeah, they do credit it a block. Okay. Bernard... No, I'm sorry. That they don't have the... No. It doesn't say who blocked the kick, I don't think. Center, holder, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 33. Hand up the middle on the hash mark. Bringing up 2nd down. I believe Memphis used their first timeout. Only 4 seconds off the clock. So they could still hope for their 3 and out, and then now they'll just be forced to get a touchdown. So it was a block kick. But again, Memphis's kickoffs have been terrible, so I wasn't sure if this was actually... At any rate, we got a 2nd and 7 for DC with 1:43. Each team has 2 timeouts. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I read somewhere on social media that Joe Tessitore was a little too pumped up for these games. Hope I'm not too dry. It has been exciting. There's been some good plays. This 4th quarter's been entertaining, to say the least. All right, handoff up the middle again. He gets to the 40, and we have a penalty. 1:38, clock is stopped. If this is a hold, this could be huge for Memphis. We're waiting for the call. Offsides defense. So I think despite the gain, they're going to replay 2nd down. Bad timing here for Memphis. Not a good play. This will bring up 2nd and 2 instead of 3rd and about 3, actually. I think the run was a little bit short. Yeah. Must have been only a 4-yard run. We got 1:38 to go. 2 timeouts each team. We are at 29 points for the over-under being 36.5. Back to a handoff on the left side. That is a 1st down, and this will just about do it. 1:32. 2nd timeout taken by Memphis. I assume they have... Nope. Wait. I don't know. Well, we'll see. DC with the ball. The clock is stopped. I assume Memphis took a timeout. They did. ABC was slow to indicate that. All right. Only one timeout for Memphis, and we got a first down. So, not looking good if you're a Showboats fan. Blocked field goal by DC, kept it a 5-point game. Memphis failed on their 1-point conversion. Memphis had a fumbled punt that led to 3 for DC. Shotgun handoff up the middle. He gets to the 50 maybe. Bringing up 2nd and 8. Quick timeout with 1:28 to go. Closing in on the 3-hour mark of this game, but should be just about over here. And we got refresh. Oh, I gotta scroll all the way down after the refresh. Yeah, they have the second timeout, and that's it. 2nd and 8 from midfield. 1:28 to go. Memphis out of timeouts, looking to avoid going 0-2, but not much left for them to do here. Defenders will be 2-0. We'll show the standings quick after this. Oh yeah, I should I can reopen that in a minute. Still at timeout. Still waiting. All right. 20 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 8. Jordan Teamu under center. 4 is the deep back. Handoff to the right side. Goes nowhere. Back to the 50. We will have 3rd and 8. Clock rolling. Under 1:20 to go. So I will get a time update when they get closer to snapping the ball. So if they don't pick this up, there might be a little bit of time, but it's not going to be much for Memphis to do anything. We're going to be under a minute here. 10 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 8. Memphis, or make that DC not in a hurry. 49, 48. Snap it at 1. Handoff to the left side. And he gets down to maybe the 49. It'll bring up 4th, and there's about a 6-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. We're under 30. 20 seconds on the play clock. 25 on the game clock. 4th and 6. Looks like DC will take it down to 1 second and take a timeout. So they could just go back, drop back to pass and throw it straight up into the air rather than even risking a punt. All right, they can't take it down to 0. I assume there's 6 seconds, but unless they took the delay a game, maybe they took the delay a game. No, they took a timeout. So I would assume that there should be 7 seconds if they took the delay, or if they took a timeout. DC has 1 timeout left. We have 4th and 6. They're talking it over on the sideline. I guess they're gonna punt because you couldn't risk anything bad happening on a snap exchange because it'd be a dead ball, and then the change of possession would stop the clock, and Memphis could get on the field for a Hail Mary attempt. So maybe they are punting, unless he's instructing Teamu to throw it high. But it looks like Teamu is going to the bench. And I believe I don't know. It's number 17. He's not the punter. No, 47 is the punter. Okay, is he going out or not? Did they change their mind? We got... Still don't. Okay, it is 7 seconds. They were slow to put it back on TV. I knew it. You got to call the timeout with 1 second on the play clock. You can't call it with 0. All right, back to punt from his own 37-yard line. 15 seconds on the play clock. Still waiting. There's the snap. The punt from about the 40. 4 seconds. Clock rolling. Goes out of bounds with 1 second and a flag. All right, well, let's get the update. We just hit 3 hours and 2 minutes on this game, so not bad. I'm not complaining. What's the call here? This will be, depending on the call, will the Memphis Showboats get a chance at one play? This looks like a penalty against DC. Legal formation against DC. So what does that do? Maybe they tack it on because they're not going to want them to re-punt. We got 1 second on the play clock. On the game clock. Perry out to pull a miracle maybe for Memphis. They're deep in their own territory. Make it the 30. They still have not updated the punt, but yeah, that might take a little bit. Alright, 1 second, barring a miracle or barring a defensive play. I mean, this should be the last play of the game. Thanks for watching tonight with me. From their own 30, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to the left, with the back, shotgun, back to throw. Number 9 has it. He's looking to lateral to 18, another lateral to 23. He laterals to a lineman. DC falls on it. Game over. And there's your final. DC Defenders 17, Memphis Showboats 12. Each team with 1 touchdown. Both occurring in the 4th quarter. That'll do it for me. Sinbin Stream. Nice 3 hour and 4 minute game. We'll take it. I like how the clock rolls on incomplete passes. And Memphis covers. Oh, okay. Memphis covers because the DC was favored by 6.5, and the under hit because the over/under was 36.5. We only had 29 points in the game, and only 15 after 3 quarters. But that's your final, and that'll do it for me, Sinbin Stream. Please tune in to Sinbin Stream tomorrow for Pittsburgh Penguins at Chicago Blackhawks NHL hockey, coming your way at 5 p.m. Central. And if you're here for football, the next football game will be Friday at 7 p.m. Central. Apologies, I don't have the teams written down. Alright, well, let's go over the stats real quick, see if they updated. So on offense, they still have 1 second. Maybe he gets another completion. I don't know. Perry had 205 yards. The pick, don't think their pick cost them. It ended their first drive. But DC did not get points off of that pick. Teamu, 12 of 26, 152. Again, at least 2 drop passes by the receivers. 1 touchdown. Perry did run for 1. There it is, the touchdown for Memphis. 103 on the ground for Memphis. 113 for DC, led by Abram Smith. Had a good game. No real long rushes, though, here for DC. Coupled by each player had 1 over 15 yards. All right, Jonathan Adams, the big star of the day. 9 for 128 in a losing effort, a long of 39. And for Chris Rowland, 3 for 66 and 5 for 55 for Ty Scott. The tight end had the touchdown catch. That'll do it for me. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And if you're a Defenders fan, the outcome. Apologies to any Showboats fans. That makes Memphis 0-2 and the DC Defenders 2-0. So it hasn't updated yet, but the Defenders are 2-0. The Renegades play the Roughnecks tomorrow, and this drops Showboats to 0-2, which puts them in last, depending on what the Roughnecks do. Thanks for joining. This is Sin Bin Stream signing out. Appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, and following me on social media as well. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. We'll see you either tomorrow at 5 or maybe Friday if you appreciate football. Friday for the next over-the-air game on Fox. Friday night at 7. Thanks. Have a good night. Take care. Sin Bin Stream signing off.